stuff go on, like, in the house when she was by herself and stuff. She said that it was like some, paranormal activity going on. But, I mean, I don't know. She said she'll get into that another time too, but I don't know. But anyway, she just said that she would rather not, she's just really doesn't feel comfortable about people reading into her life and things like that. And she thinks it's rude if people do that and you didn't even ask them to. It's not something that you are um, approving. They're just going and doing it. So I can respect that too, because that got to be kind of creepy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing, you never know who's watching you and stuff like that when it comes to like social media. But on the other side, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got these people like tapping into your spiritual energy and getting insight on your life. It's like, how is that? I mean, for the purpose of a video, I mean, I guess I understand it if you're a YouTuber and you're a tarot reader, so you want to get the views. But I mean, on the other side, it's like, I mean, come on now. Like, I don't know. I guess on the other side, it's just like, kind of like creepy and weird, because it's like, all the people that you probably have asked you do readings on them, but you rather want to do it on somebody who doesn't want you to or didn't ask you. Like, do a reading on somebody who actually asked you to do it. you know but anyway, so because that stuff is real. It is real. People do have gifts, and especially if you tap into that gift and you're very connected with what you're able to do and things like that. Like, it is very much so real. So it's like, to have people like doing that and without your consent, it's kind of creepy and weird. And if she like made it a point to ask for it not to be done, hopefully people can respect that. But we'll see, because you always got some little smart asses out there. You do. But yeah, so Miss Tati Westbrook is back. She didn't give like a schedule or anything. I'm gonna assume that she'll probably go back to her regular schedule, which she had went down to 3 days a week. So she'll probably go back to that. But God bless her. I hope I hope everything's good with her. She's good with her mental health, and just good with her break that she had, and hopefully everything is working out the way it should be for her. So yeah. So anyway, that's that for the beauty community. And it's so funny, while I was watching her video, another video had popped up in the recommended, and it was Laura Lee. And if you don't know, Laura Lee is like one of the people that is pretty big in the beauty community. And they had like a big scandal, so it's like after the scandal, like everybody pretty much is doing their own thing and everything. But anyway, she has her niece who lives with her, and I want to say, I don't know if she adopted her, but anyway, but her and her husband have been raising her niece for the past couple years now. And so the niece has a channel, and she's been doing her own beauty stuff and everything. So it's just funny watching her niece kind of like turn into a mini Laura Lee. Because they had a thumbnail of a video, and it was her and the niece in the thumbnail, and the niece had on makeup. And yeah, so that's good. I mean, that was a good thing. Her sister obviously had needed help and things like that, and Laura, used her blessing and things like that to help her sister out and take her daughter in. So that's a blessing. Very much so. So shout out to them. Now, girl, they've been cutting up over here in the beef sector, I see, bitch. I see they cutting up over in the beef sector, bitch. They are over here acting a whole, just cutting a fool over here, like, just totally cutting a fool. I mean, I just want to know, when did April Walker start liking Five Babe? Not that, I mean, it don't matter, but it's just the fact, like, I mean, it's, for me, it's so funny, like, watching the people, the exact same people who didn't like me, who fell out with me over supporting her. Lovely Love, April Walker, you know, they they all like, and it's cool, like, go and do you, but it's just so funny. It's like, when I was supporting, at least when I was supporting her, she hadn't did all the fucked up shit that she had did. Now y'all going over there to support her, knowing after all the fucked up shit that she done did. She ain't do none of that shit when I was supporting her. So it's just like, it's so funny. It's so funny watching this shit over here. And that's why I just kind of like, just been like, I'm good. I'm so good. Because, I mean, the fake is real. It is so real. Like, these motherfuckers, they gonna go wherever the fuck they can go. Wherever they can go. And get their shit in. Whatever it is they on here to do, that's what they gonna do. It's just funny. It's funny as fuck. So I've just been watching. So, God has pulled her little trick that she did, as far as being a moderator and then blocking everybody and all of that dumbass shit. April Walker, they talk about me. They want to lie on me and say I take pills and all of this shit or whatever, when they the ones on here like all high and doped up, falling asleep on live, all this shit. Talking about too many drinks and too many. Girl, nobody falls asleep standing the fuck up. Like, who the fuck falls asleep standing up? It's just what the shit that these people do on here is so crazy. And then they call themselves, talking about you. And it's like, you really can't. You really can't say too much about me. Because it looks like somebody telling on you. And that's because no matter what you say about another person, the truth is the truth, and the truth will always be revealed, whether you mean it to or not. And that's why that shit happens. Falling asleep online and acting a damn fool. Coming on fucked up. All that type of shit. That's exactly why. Because y'all will sit up here and lie on somebody in a minute. And it's just like, for what? You ain't got no motherfucking nothing nowhere saying that I take nothing. But y'all ain't never motherfucking sober. You want to talk about what I'm doing. And y'all gotta have something in your system every day to function. That's not my story, boo. That is not my story. That's your story. Sorry. Sorry, okay? I did my little 1-2, okay? I got the DUIs to prove it. I got, whatever y'all want to talk about. I got all that to prove it. But you ain't got to sit up here and lie on somebody. Because what I did is long gone. Long gone. So yeah, so April Walker and God is having a little thing out. And it's another thing too. It's like with that. And then the same thing. I don't know. It's just funny. It's just funny. But let me not even talk about nobody else shit. Let me talk about my own shit. So my interaction that I had with Miss Kimmy, my thing is this, and I'm gonna be very candid in speaking about her because I like Brianna, and I like her personality a lot. I really do. I remember when me and Brianna had our little thing. I was playing a part of her video, um, so that y'all could hear something that was said. And her and her brother Dwayne, they came in my live, and whatever. And a couple of videos was made, whatever, and that was it. And then people was in the live like, "No, April, Brianna cool, like she cool, she funny, she good people, whatever." So I'm like, okay. So I had happened to go over there. A little bit of time went by, not much, I don't know, but I had ended up going over there. She was over there talking about something that happened. She had Sprint, and something that happened where they took this, a large amount of money out of her account. So I had went over there. So I did. I dropped down in the live, just so I could just give a little piece of information in case she hadn't done anything yet, just to give her a piece of information, because I had dealt with Sprint before, and I knew exactly what she was talking about. So, and since then, I did. I go visit her lives and stuff, and everything just started engaging over there, and boom, here we are today. And I had a situation over here that she wouldn't know about because she wasn't watching me or whatever, but I had a moderator over here. I met this person very early in my channel, and my time on YouTube, very early on. Okay, I hadn't got donations, wasn't monetized, just nothing or whatever, right? Well, everybody knows like my monetization story and all of that shit or whatever, but this was very early on in the channel, even before we even had any of that going on. But so I had a person that introduced themselves to me, as a friend. They, always gave me good words of encouragement and, things like that. And, a situation that happened where I had got arrested, got pulled over or whatever, and actually got arrested and stuff. And first thing I did when I got out of jail, the next day, boom, go live, right? Talking to y'all. And I had an overwhelming swarm of support. Very, very kind words, prayers, financial support. I had all of that. And so I had this person who was over here, and she seemed to really like me. She seemed to really have my best interest at heart. I was laid off. She was just helping me out. She would always ask me what I needed, and just, she was here. She was here. And so I'm just saying that I had this person that really seemed to support me in a way that, you have support, but you don't have, everybody doesn't support you that way, And so I had this person that was supporting me. I thought she was a friend. I thought she was a person who really wanted to see me do well. And, come to find out, like, she really didn't like me, and I don't know why. Still to this day, have no idea, like, why. Like, what causes a person to just introduce themselves to you. When we go live or we start our channel, like, we don't know who's going to watch us. We don't know anybody's going to watch us. We don't know who we're going to come across. We don't know anything until it happens. So when you have certain people, they reach out to you, they email you, you might at some point feel like they're cool enough to exchange, information as far as phone number. So, it's more personal. They can contact you directly, things like that. You have good conversations, all of that kind of stuff, right? So you think this person is for you because everything that's happening, it would point to them being on your side. And so you are more and more comfortable with this person because you feel like, and then they're a part of your channel, right? They're moderating on your channel, or they're just a part of your channel, however they're engaging. So once people come over, you're not going to let people disrespect them. You're not going to let people talk to them any kind of way, because this is the person that supports you, right? Hold on one second. This is the person that supported me, so, she would say little things. She had a sense of humor that really wasn't funny to most people. She would say things that would throw people off guard, change the subject, just all types of stuff, do all types of stuff. And, there's a lot that I saw and stuff like that, but honestly, I just feel like everybody has their own personality and everybody has the way that they do things, and if something was really bothersome, I would say something if something was really bothersome, or something like that, but this person was really just here to just cause destruction for whatever reason. Like, I don't know what makes people like choose you out, or out of everybody else. Like, why me? Like, what did I do for you to just choose me out of everybody to just drag me or try to tear down what I built, tear down my channel? Because honestly, that's what it seemed like. After a while, when people like who support me get cussed out or get told off, or it wasn't like a lot of things that happened in that specific situation. So, but and my situation is different, um it's not exactly like Brianna and Kimmy, but it's similar enough to the point where I just want Brianna to remember what she built, you know remember what she built, and remember that the people who support her on this platform, on her channel, are there for her. And a lot of them would, whichever way she chooses to go, they will support because they're there for her. But at the same time, people don't want to see you lose what you built. People don't want to see you lose good people who do actually care about you, while other ones who are putting on an act, single-handedly, really tarnish things for you, when that's what you built, that's what you did. Nobody should be able to fuck that up but you. And that's what I see. Now, I liked Kimmy. I really did. I really did like Kimmy. When the situation happened with her getting doxxed and her, making the decision to leave and that sort of thing, like, I was not happy about that. I thought that was the most fucked up shit, because I just feel like, this is for people to come on and say what they like and do what they like. You should not be made to shut up because a person doesn't like what you say. Like, that's their problem. That's not your problem. Like, you gotta shut up because they don't like what you say? Well, then they just need to log off and go to another channel or go watch something else or do something else. Because it's just like all of that over you disagreeing with what somebody says, or you don't like their personality or whatever it is. It's just like, who the fuck are you to say where and when somebody can be here and who can be here and who can engage? Like, that's why you have your own channel. That's why you create your own space, because it's like, if you don't want to be bothered with what's going on over here, then you can go to your own shit. But for you to just, no, you're not going to go get your own shit. No, you're not going to leave this channel. No, you're going to do something to make it so they leave. And I just feel like that's wrong, because I feel like if you're the one that has the issue, then you should be the one to make the change. I feel like that about racist people. If you don't like my color, you don't like what I look like, you don't want to be around me or interact with me, or you feel like I'm so fucked up because of what I look like, then you need to go. You need to go. Why do I need to go? You the one got the problem. Go get y'all an island, or a little y'all own little country, city, or whatever, and y'all can all congregate and just be right there, loving all y'all selves that look all the same and think the same. Bye. Hold on a second. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, my bad, y'all. So, anyway, I just want Brianna to be mindful of, what she built. I want her to be mindful of, and people try to always give you advice. You know what I'm saying? They see you growing, or they see certain things happening and things like that, and everybody want to give you give you advice about how you should handle situations or how you should handle your shit. And I'm not trying to tell her how to handle her shit, because she's doing way better than me on here, so she's doing something right. But on the other hand, I also see the flip side where people aren't so happy, and everybody shouldn't also, because this is about your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just why I've been on here as much as I'm just doing what I've been doing, how I have, and how I'm going to continue to move on here, because I'm on here for me. I didn't come on here. I didn't know who I was going to meet, how shit was going to go when I started making videos. And it just doesn't become fun anymore when you're trying to please everybody. You're trying to walk around and tiptoe around everybody and how everybody else feels and stuff. And so now you just feel fucked up. And it's just like, what the fuck? I didn't come here for that. I came here to talk my shit. I came here to talk about what I like and show y'all what I like to do and just share myself and just all of that. That's what I came on here to do. I came on here. I created this channel, created this space. So the people who like the same things I do are the people that should be here, not the people who are trying to tell me how to run my shit differently. No. If you like what I like and you like what I'm doing, then you be here and you support. And if you don't, then don't. You go support somebody who already does what you like. It's kind of like, meeting somebody. You might meet somebody and y'all start messing around and stuff or whatever, and then you want to change the person. A dude meets a girl at a club, but then when he get with her, he want to tell her she can't go out no more, or you can't dress like that. Well, this is how you met me. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the channels. Y'all will come to the channel. You like me, you like my personality, you like how I talk, you like my perspective, and then as soon as you disagree with me, I'm supposed to change it. Well, no. No, because I can't please everybody. And what you don't like, somebody else does. So when I change it for you and then they want me to change it back, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So I'm not telling her or trying to tell anybody how to run their shit, or all I'm saying is just be aware. Be aware, because, sometimes, what you care about, you'll have friends, and what you give a fuck about, it means everything to you, don't mean shit to them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just kind of like when a person tells you, like, it don't mean nothing to them, be mindful of that. Be mindful that it don't mean shit to them. So, they may not be the best person to have around what they don't give a fuck about, but you do. Because they're not going to take the caution or the pride that you are in what you do in that space, and so but yeah, I did like her. I just didn't like the lion. And so that night when and I saw little things or whatever, but I always let people or just allow people to come out and show themselves because I feel like that's the best way to do it. So, and people will always show themselves, always. Like, people can't cover up shit for a long time. They just, for whatever reason, but they can't. And so, when she was up there saying that she had this proof and this information, but she couldn't say nothing, or she wasn't going to out that person, and then the person who she was talking about actually came up there and said that she didn't have anything concrete, so that's why she hadn't said anything. But then this woman is still sitting over here calling this other woman, this, that, and the third. And because it's not me defeating or defending if someone is a doxer or not, because I don't know what anybody does. I can't say what people do. But what I can defend is the lie that was told. And, it's just like when the person is right there saying that they don't have no concrete evidence, that's why they haven't said nothing. How are you going to say you got it? Well, how you got it and she don't? And she's the one that was doxxed. So I just didn't appreciate being lied to, and it wasn't said to me directly, but I was there. I was there in the audience watching like everybody else, and I felt like I was lied to, and I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like that, and I didn't like how Miss O let it happen either, because you're sitting right there and you're saying that you don't have no proof. So why are you constantly still letting her sit up there and say that she do? But everybody's they're gonna cover up for what they want to cover up for. They're gonna call out what they want to call out. But you have to remember that when it's time for you to get called out, or it's your turn to talk about people's stuff, because people will always go back to that. They will always go back to, well, you want to say something about this, but you ain't say nothing about that. Why? Because it's your friend. And I'm not saying to snitch on your friend or tell on your friend either, but what I am saying is, if you know your friend involved in some fucked up shit, or she's not going to be honest and truthful, don't let her come and fuck up shit that you built. Let her do that shit somewhere else. So, and then for her to be easing back on like everything is cool, it's not cool. Like, nobody wants to hear nothing that you have to say anymore. Nobody believes anything that you have to say. Like, we would just rather for you to just go away. You said you were leaving in the first place when you got doxxed, and you lied about that. You go and just go, change your name. But you still running around here and then, disrespecting and degrading people that you claim to have liked. She's just a fraud. And that's why I feel the way that I feel now. And whoever feels like I'm wrong for that, that's cool. But, I'm not really on here to prove much to anybody. Somebody left a comment telling me about how somebody on here doesn't really have no competition. Well, who said I was competing? I'm not competing with anybody on here. I'm not trying to do nothing. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to do what I like and what I enjoy. And whoever likes and enjoys it, they will be here too. And if they don't, then they won't be here. They'll come to the next one that they do enjoy. And that's just the way it'll work. And I'm happy with that. I am happy with that, because I have spent my life doing shit for other people, running other people's shit. That has been my life. So YouTube is mine. This is mine. I'm going to do what I like to do on here. I'm going to talk about what I like to talk about. And whoever's going to be here is going to be here. And who's not isn't. And, that's just what it is. I don't respect nobody that's coming on here lying. For no fucking reason at all. Outside of having somebody believe you, that for what reason? When you have nothing to prove anything. All you do is come on, you degrade people, you down talk people, you talk about who can and can't address you when you address everybody. Like, it's just the same story all over again, just a different person. Same story, different person. Another person that feels like they can say whatever the fuck they want to about anybody, but when it's their turn, you ain't good enough to address them. Bitch, get the fuck on somewhere. Because to be all the way honest, if anybody on here was so much better than the next, bitch, you wouldn't be here. You would be somewhere else with better people. What you doing over here? I mean, is this something for you to like make you feel like you're better than, or you can look down and laugh at people that have less than you or do less than you or whatever? Like, what? I mean, and with that, that's like some type of sick, like, thing that you need to work on within yourself. Like, you shouldn't need no recognition or need to feel good by engaging with people who you feel have less than you. For you to feel good, go somewhere where the rich people at. Go somewhere where people who are on your level are. Go do that. If that's how you feel. If you feel you so much above. But you're not. You're not above anybody. You a trash ass bitch. Trash. You're a liar. You yourself are a doxer. And you come on here and you start shit. And then go run and cry. So you can get the fuck on somewhere. Like, I don't know what it is within you that makes you feel like you are so above, but you ain't above me. But anyway, so that is what happened with Kimmy, or why that happened with Kimmy. And it just is what it is. I mean, the thing about it was that night when she was on Brianna's channel and was up there saying how she had proof for this, that, and the third, and kept calling Peace Love a doxer and this, that, and the third. Miss O finally came up there. She came up there. They said the person gonna have to come up there. She came up there. They was texting her and stuff to come up. She came up. And once she came up, she said that she did not have the proof to be sure. It was just what she thought because of who she was around and that sort of thing. So, but she's still sitting up there telling the same lie. I have irrefutable proof. I have irrefutable proof. Girl, gone. But anyway, I have people still right now that I have not seen on my channel